We were just chatting about your mouse problems before things started.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I have the mouse curse. I have two magic mice near me, and none of them connects to the laptop. So yes, I'm gonna design on the trackpad again.
Man, I'm still amazed that they designed that mouse where you have to like put it upside down like a, like a dead mouse and charge it,
Yeah.
so you can't use it while charging. Like Apple's usually so good at design, but I don't know how that one snuck through.
Yeah, I actually heard. I saw an interview with Tim Cook about the ergonomics of the actual mouse, and they nailed so much stuff so well. But yeah, it feels like it's dead when you actually try to charge it, and it's like this. Plus, doesn't actually like connect half of the time. So uh, yeah, I don't know what's up with them. Definitely not magic.
I I really like the Magic trackpad. Like I keep it plugged into my monitor, and then my monitor plugs into my laptop,
Used
so
one
it's
of
kind of
those, but
always
I
it's
think
always
I'll
connected.
have to definitely check it out because I heard a lot of good things about it, especially from designers. So yeah, maybe next time if this it connects, right? It has a wire.
Yeah, it connects, but I think it's still a Bluetooth device. It's just kind of charging.
Okay, that's still good. I switched to wired headphones because these are reliable. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, or this is like, but I like the wired ones better. And I saw an article that mentioned that wired headphones are in fashion again. So they're actually an accessory now. So yeah, if you're using like the old wired headphones, you're like very fashionable. So
So many
there you go.
people on TikTok I see recording videos where they're like, holding up those headsets and like, have it bent over and they're like talking into it
Yeah,
because it's a good microphone. Yeah.
yeah, it's really good, and it's reliable. They actually plug something in. I mean, uh, Bluetooth is okay except when it doesn't connect. Well, anyway, how have you been? We've taken a small break from Hardcover Live for the past 2 weeks to focus on family time.
Yeah. Yeah. We had, I think, like 14, 15 family members in town, staying for a week. And yeah, we kind of just took them all around Salt Lake, ate some tasty food, went on some hikes. Yeah, we ended up like fording a river with my like 60 and 70-year-old aunts and uncles, which was
Okay,
fun.
why is that? Is it fording or forking?
Yeah, fording a river. Yeah, it was like there's a lot of snow melt on some of the trails, and so one of the trails had the bridge out, so people had put down logs over the river, so you're kind of just like walking on logs that are like way up high above the river to get across it. Not dangerous at all.
Well, that does sound fun, but yeah, I haven't heard about fording a river before, so I guess I'll add it to my hiking vocabulary. Yeah, pretty neat. And how
Yeah.
was it? What were like the highlights except fording the the river?
um I mean, we played a lot of like Mario Kart and Concept and Apples to Apples, which is fun. um yeah, a lot of just like one of like I think 9 or so of the family were in one really big Airbnb. So we spent a lot of time just hanging out together there and ordering some food in. Um, yeah, and then to cap it off at the end, we went to this really nice hike that's really close by called Ensign Peak. It's like this peak that looks out over all of Salt Lake, but it's a really short hike. It's only like half a mile up, half a mile down. But from the top of it, you can see like all of Salt Lake Valley. So we went up there on the last night everyone was in town and watched the sunset. So it was a nice way to cap things off.
Nice. Yeah, sounds like a very good time, and that's a lot of family. I mean, I know
Yeah.
how these things get, and it's good that 14 family members. That's a lot.
Yeah. And speaking of family time, I think you were in Italy.
Yeah, the week before I was in Italy, I was celebrating my son's first birthday. So we went to a place called La Spezia, and then there are like five villages along the coast, Cinque Terre, because it's like five villages, and that's what they call them in Italian. And yeah, it was really nice. I like highly recommend it. Whoever wants to go to Italy, you can just go in Pisa Airport, then travel by train to La Spezia. It's pretty scenic because the train in the villages goes along the coast, so you can see the what is that? I think it's the Mediterranean. I'm
Hmm.
hoping I'm not wrong. Yeah, on the on one side and cliffs on the other. Yeah, so that was pretty good and good food. Surprised how good the pizza level is at any like
Mm.
random place in Italy. So yeah, very you can't go wrong.
Nice. And and that's on the west side of Italy. So were you able to see like really nice sunsets or anything like that, or do any swimming?
Yeah, I did some swimming. There, one of the villages has a pretty nice beach, and the water was pretty cold, but it was actually good for. Yeah, I dipped like a couple of times, and yeah, took my son with his feet, like kind of like before he got scared.
uh,
Yeah.
too cold, too cold.
Yeah, exactly. He was a bit freaked out, but yeah, he was okay in the end. Yeah, and really salty water. I think it was the
Mm,
Yeah, it definitely Mediterranean.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
pretty
when
good.
we were walking through the water in the stream, which was all snow melt, we were thinking like, I think we could handle another 5 minutes of this before our feet like get to the point where we're gonna be in danger. Like that's
Oh
how cold the water
Jesus.
was.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I know river water, and I'm imagining snow melt is like even colder than that. So, I mean, it is right.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I'm not good with cold water. Like we would swim in springs sometimes in Florida, and that was nice because it's like 90 degrees, and then it's like 60 degrees in the water. But I have a feeling like this was much colder than that, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Mediterranean was colder than that too.
Yeah, it was like pretty good actually. It was like not that cold. I swam in like colder water, but yeah, that sounds pretty extreme. So you're not a fan of cold plunges or anything like that?
I can handle a cold plunge if there's like a hot tub close by.
Okay. I didn't actually like do one ever, but I'm curious. I'm a bit scared. Did you ever like do like a proper?
Mm, I think I've done some like at when I was a kid at like a hotel that had like a unheated pool and a hot tub or something like that, but not really not really in like natural cold water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it was nice to get some time off, and it really puts stuff. Once you take a distance from it, you get new ideas. I think, and also like some appetite for like doing stuff when you get back. So I guess
Yeah,
I've been slowly like entering like my natural working rhythm, and yeah, good to be back on the live.
nice. Was there anything you like realized from having some time off that you like came back with fresh eyes of like, oh, it would be neat to change this, or this works well, this doesn't work?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about. I thought about open sourcing a lot and how that could like play out, especially from my perspective, from the design perspective, how we could like do new stuff with contributors and how we could mm, develop hardcover with the help of others. Uh, and like specifically, I've been thinking about something that hopefully we'll talk about today, the way you update progress on a book, because I was
Mm,
kind of stuck on that. Not gonna lie, I started actually coding it, and now I moved it into design. So I'm hoping we could like brainstorm and find solid design for it before we jump back into coding and put it live, and
Yeah.
the new stats, which we'll cover today. Yeah. How about you? How was it?
I think one of the things that I realized is like I try to be like so responsive to like emails and Discord that that comes at a cost of like getting things done on hardcover sometimes. So I'm going to try to set like better kind of like structure to that, so I'm not like, you know, checking my email as often, not maybe checking Discord as often, because I need those long stretches of like dedicated time to make progress on things we're working on.
Oh
so
yeah.
so sometimes that, so one of the things we talked about on our team meeting on Sunday was like creating like a support queue for like emails that come in, that we like rotate who's responsible for them. And yeah, things like that that I think will help kind of make it so that I can focus for those long periods of time. And also just like, you know, being okay with not having an email get responded to in a day or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely good. I mean, focus is like the most important thing. And yeah, I also find myself, I mean, you kind of need these breaks. It gets like very, very intense, uh, especially, you know, because we're a small team and we're like doing everything, tons of new features, support, fixing bugs, fixing UI, fixing everything, and marketing on the side, which I'm not going to get into. But yeah, I think actually it crossed my mind today that you know how there are on Steam those cozy games that are so successful now.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
They just released the demo. It's called Tiny Glade, where you build your little city.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tiny Glade. And I was thinking that we're kind of like making this model of a cozy startup where you know we're building stuff. I mean, considering that we're such a small team and we're releasing stuff that is matching what a company that's funded with a huge team would output. Uh, we're doing that, you know, and we're still like keeping a good balance between that and our lives. And I think one of the challenges is actually being able to do that, because these past years, I think, I mean, for me, they taught me that you could do so much while keeping this balance. I mean, compared to like other projects where you put so much work in and the results are like 1/10 of what uh, you'd see us doing on hardcover. This has been like really, yeah. I guess that's a good. That's the conclusion I reached.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah. Um, one thing that I've noticed, and I'd be curious if you feel this way at all, is like I have a tendency when I'm working on some projects, at least, to let them fill like all available space in my life. Like sometimes I'll like, you know, if I have free time, I'll be thinking about it. I'll be like planning it at night. I'll be like, you know, thinking about a solution to a database problem as I'm drifting off to sleep. So if I let that happen, it can just grow and grow and grow. So having, you know, other interests, other hobbies, like almost like forces myself to not be in that mindset.
yeah, that totally happens. I mean, I think I shared an update. I arrived in Italy and it was like we had like three places where we stayed, and you can imagine we had a like big luggage, and with the kid it was like with Jonas it was really hard to like move around. And I was still thinking about that update progress thing, and I shared a couple of designs to validate them. I mean, it feels good to have something occupy your mind, but it also is very, very useful to force like that distance to not think about it. Because, yeah, what I noticed, and I mean, you probably noticed this as well, when you come back to it, having fresh eyes on it is definitely helpful. I mean, I get stuck on something. I think this is what happened with this. I got like a bit stuck with how I was thinking about it, and like taking a break and not thinking about it at all. And I kind of feel like the brain does the work anyway. I mean, it kind of like surfaces it like a notification, like, whoop, uh, how about this? How about you think about this? And you actually have it in my mind, the actual UI, and you move stuff around, and it's
Yeah.
exciting because I think we both like doing this, so that's like the instinct. You like working on something, so you're gonna think about it all the time. But yeah, that happens to me. So it's good when you take a break from it, even if it's for like a week, or sometimes we can just take a walk, and it's or
Yeah.
a hike. Yeah,
Well, well, speaking of that, do you want to jump into the update progress
yeah,
designs on Figma and
yeah.
can
Let's do that.
see how
Let
it's
me.
going?
Yeah, that's perfect. Let me share my Figma window. I have the Euros. Oh, I can't share my Figma. Oh, can you share it? I'm on a new laptop.
Oh
I'm.
yeah, yeah. I
I
can
don't
I
have the
can
permissions on the browsers. Yeah,
yeah, let me share mine.
perfect.
Let's
Okay, here we go.
So yeah, this is the idea that on the currently reading page where it lists out all the books you're currently reading, you're able to update progress from there. And then also from the book button, when you click on update progress, you'd be able to update progress from there as well. And those experiences would share some of the same UI elements because right now they were kind of developed at different times. And so this is unifying them while also solving some of the other big problems like being able to change the edition that you are reading and potentially create new editions from this area that have a specific page number that reflects the edition that you're reading. I think that's kind
Yeah,
of the context for this design session.
yeah, exactly. Neatly presented. So I screenshotted the stuff we have right now. This is from like the actual UI, and this is from what I was working on, and I replicated it in Figma over here, so we can move stuff around. And I'm gonna tell you what I think is maybe an issue uh, from what I experienced. So the thing is, now we have the slider, and people have been complaining that especially on mobile, moving the slider is a bit daunting because you can't actually move it so you land on your page number, especially
Mm.
for books that have like a lot of pages. So now when you would click on the page, you'd actually be able to, well, if you would be on in the browser, you'd get these little arrows, and you could just increment it, or you could actually like write the page number you're on, like page whatever 324, and it would update the progress. Now I started with a progress gizmo where you could also tap this and it would increment the page number. It also had a scroll, so you could like scroll and increment, but yeah, I gave that up since it's not like really good UX. But I was thinking, and this is a question I wanted to talk about. Would it make sense to have like an incremental page number? So this would be like a display, but if you would tap it, it would actually go to a page number, and then you could like
Uh,
scroll
Hmm.
increment that page number, and if you would hold it, it would just increment it until you stop clicking it or holding it on mobile. But my question is, yeah, well, do you think that actually helps, or is it like extra from your point of view?
I think those kinds of like increment buttons, I never I never really use them when I see them because I never know like what the increment's going to be. Like, is it going to increment at 1 page, 100 pages? So I usually would either um, set it exactly using like this right here, or use this right here, as opposed to saying like, okay, I've read 18 pages, so I'm going to click this twice, and then I'm still going to have to change it because there's no -1 to go down to 18. So I feel like, if there was an incremental step, we would still probably want to use this to get the exact number. So the incremental thing
Mm-hmm.
would be more for people that don't want an exact number of pages read. They just want a general. And if people want a general, they already have this that they could use to get a general.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I thought, I mean, first I wanted, like, you update, let's say you have an Apple Watch and you just turn the crown and it updates the page number. I thought that could be
Mm,
nifty, but it's not like when you're using a mouse or when you're using tap on mobile, it doesn't really work the same. I'm wondering, I mean, I think, we could just leave it here and just make this thing work really well. um there are some people who read like 5 pages, and this was basically for them because they could just like tap this 5 times and maybe they would just tap it as they go along reading the book. But they can like just as well do it here, and they can increment this number, I'm guessing.
yeah.
What do you think? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe we
yeah.
don't even have the plus minus or the up down. Maybe it's just a plus, because people aren't probably going to go back pages. They're probably just going to
Oh
be reading
yeah,
forward. So it
true.
could be just like
uh
a quick plus, and all that does is increment it a page.
yeah, let's make it a circle plus circle. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I think we could like get rid of this
I,
altogether. And yeah.
this one, I was thinking for this, what if we keep this down here, but then instead of page 123, it's like just like 23% done or something, and that way it works for both the audio and the like page books.
Yeah, that's actually, I mean, it's a good I liked it because it was visually like interesting. You could see like the progress, which somehow with the slider doesn't feel the same. And or yeah, it's the same, but this is nice as well. Yeah, I mean, this could work.
the other the other thing that came to mind was like using something kind of like this, but like putting it over the cover. But I feel like anytime
Oh
we've put things over the cover, it's been a little dangerous.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. But maybe we like living dangerously. So uh what if we make it like smaller? Let me group this thing and boom boom boom. Yeah, yeah, that's not, let's make this bold. I mean, you have the slider, and this is, maybe it's not even supposed to take up that much space. I mean, you do have like some space remaining on desktop here. Oh, or there, yeah, that
I'm just
works.
yeah.
So
Yeah, especially since it's not interactive anymore, so it's just a thing. Or mm, hmm. Yeah, I think
title over here.
yeah, I don't know. Do you have a preference on the side versus like somewhere over the cover?
Well, what if we make it like smaller so it matches the book button over here? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's too dangerous. Maybe not put stuff over the
Yeah.
cover.
And if we do that there, then we could always change this to be like, instead of done, like of, you know,
Oh yeah.
387 pages.
Oh yeah. Or maybe we could put like the remaining pages, or I don't know. What
Mm.
are you more of a fan of? Like 345 remaining. Remaining. Come on.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, because it's like the one thing that I wouldn't know if I was just looking at this is this the right edition for me? Like,
Yeah.
does this
Yeah.
edition contain the right number of pages?
Yeah. Let's do that. You are totally right. Yeah. Now you know. Okay. And what would happen if
Oh wait, go ahead. Say that again.
the 750 pages, or let's put some more reasonable number here. And you'd see, oh, my book only has 300 pages, so I have to change the edition. And for this change edition button, um, this was my first thought. I mean, it could be here underneath the progress change. So you'd notice this and see that your book has a different number of pages. So you'd be, okay, I need to change the edition. So you'd tap this one. But any other ideas on where to position it?
I was thinking about that. Like, one thought that I had was something kind of like, let me take a screenshot of something to insert it here. If we did something like this, and then made this like,
Okay.
um, made this almost like a this with a drop down.
So kind of like maybe make this a little bit bigger. 1.25. Or yeah, like
Yeah,
chevron now.
yeah, something like that. And it could either have the change edition text or not. I feel like it could go either way. But
Yeah, we do have like uh extra space
yeah,
here. So
and
if
that's,
we do this, yeah, maybe we can like
or maybe like
put
on
it.
mobile it doesn't have change edition, but on desktop it does or something.
Oh yeah, that could work. I was also thinking we could make the slider longer, and we could like push this like, let's assume there could be books with thousands of pages,
Yeah, because another line could be, for this whole line, it could be like, currently
or it
on
could be like in front.
like 6:32 hours, 32 minutes
Yeah, of yeah, good thinking.
of 56 hours, you know, 40 minutes. Okay, that's
Okay,
that works out pretty well actually.
yeah, it would
But
fit. I
but
think, yeah.
but yeah, if you were to change it, and like this would be, like if you were to change this, then this would become a form where you would need to be able to put in your hours, minutes, and seconds, which makes me wonder about this on another line. But
Wait, I think you got cut off for a second there.
I was thinking like if this was currently like this, but then if it's being edited, then it would be like, um, these would all be form fields. Like there would be a form field for 34 hours, 32 minutes, 12 seconds.
Yeah, that works. I'm wondering if we could like set like you're thinking having these like separate numbers. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to have like a time input there, right? No, it wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what about
Yeah,
what about
even
putting this?
yeah,
What about putting this first over here?
yeah, that could be an option. There we go. Oh, sorry, I just made these into like separate elements. Just have to move them separately up. Yeah, that would actually work. Oh, okay. So you'd have this. Let me make these into auto layout. Yeah, it still works. I mean, it's maybe a little further down so it doesn't clash with the slider. And just on desktop is gonna be like this. On mobile, it's gonna be like
Mm,
here. You have like a bit of space, so we're probably working on a tablet resolution anyway. So it's good to know that it could work on that as well.
yeah, I have a feeling on the mobile it's gonna seem a lot smaller.
Yeah, we'll figure that out afterwards. But for this, I'm guessing we're taking the unrecommended path of doing desktop and tablet first. But on mobile, we can like give up some of the elements, maybe like the percentage. I mean, these are pretty like. Actually, let's finish this and yeah, see, does it need more elements? I mean, would you need more than that? So you would change edition by clicking this. You would be able to edit the page and increment it. You'd be able to change the slider, and you'd be able to see the number of pages over here, and over here you'd see the progress. Hmm. Anything else?
Mm, mm, mm. I think the biggest one is like what it looks like when it's being edited. Like when you click on this to change the page number, maybe like a style for that with like the form fields there and like the save button. Because like in addition to having a field for the page number and the hours, minutes, seconds, there probably needs to be something for like save, um,
Yeah,
just toggle between edit and non-edit mode.
yeah, I had a question about that. So basically, I was thinking, how would autosave work? Because when you're updating it, let's say you're incrementing it, uh, if you're incrementing like one page at a time and you're like tapping this, here we go. Yeah, if you're tapping this 5 times, let's say, it's not supposed to update your progress 5 times. It's just supposed to update your progress at the end of it. So for auto saving, do you think uh, that could actually work? So you just fill it in and it saves it after you're done editing. Maybe there could be like a time buffer. I'm not sure if that would work. Like you update the progress and it creates an activity after, let's say, after 10 seconds. So anything, let's say you like toggle the slider, you go like this and you go like this accidentally. It's not supposed to create two activities. It's just supposed to create one. So maybe it saves it with a time buffer, or yeah, we could do something like this.
Yeah, because right now we can like debounce it so it only does it like once every second or something, and it's only going to create one activity in your feed, but it might update that record multiple times. So we can have it
Mm,
like right now we have the activity part where it only will like even if you update your page number 10 times, it's only going to add an activity once every like 6 hours. Um,
okay,
so
that's
we
good.
can we can save it as many times as we want.
Okay, so it could actually work. So let's say I go here, I edit the page number, and I leave the field. When that your that field isn't focused anymore, maybe you could get toast saying progress updated, and it wouldn't create an activity because there's that time buffer. Do you think that would work? Just so, I mean, this creates like extra friction because you have to edit and then click save. If we could like eliminate that step where you'd have to save and you'd edit it in line, I'm thinking that would be like a better approach for this. But I don't know, what are your thoughts on that? Or we could do something like this.
Hmm. That could be neat actually. Like with a you click the number and it pulls up a little popover. Because I feel like with the edit fields, if we were trying to have them click somewhere else to finish editing, I think that's unclear on a regular form that that's like,
Yeah.
but on a popover, that is kind of the expected behavior that you're clicking somewhere else. Um, but there's also, instead of save, we could always have this be like a checkbox or something, or and that's what they use to like finish the update.
Okay, so it could just be like an icon. Check circle.
Could be. Hmm.
Or what else are you thinking? So right now they could, if they tap on this, it's not like an inline field. Let me change the color on this slightly up. But you get this little thing where this is an input field, and yeah, let me make it for the audiobook as well because that's a bit more complicated.
And maybe
0, 0, 2 hours. Whoop, 12 minutes. What? Should we just do minutes or seconds?
probably seconds too.
Yeah, okay. 42 seconds. Yeah. And let's make this like slightly more visible. Whoop.
Yeah, I think something like this could work. Yeah, we just would have to play with the size to make sure it's big enough that it's easy to like click
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
But
Uh,
we can easily change the size of it, and it won't like shift everything else on the page, which is nice.
yeah, that was the my issue with this inline editing because it moves everything and it certainly turns everything into a field and then it jumps
Yeah,
back in. So it's either like we make this seamless, or yeah, we could just like make it as big as we want since it's a popover.
yeah, and yeah, I think something like this would work because I mean it's okay if it takes over um the range
The
slider
slider, yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
like you're it's one or the other. You can't edit both at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
And for
Yeah.
this, I was trying to figure out how to do this in Figma, but how to change this from being underlined to being like a dashed underline.
Okay. Hmm. Well, that's a trick. I don't know. Let me see if we can like details underline. Do they have that? No, they don't have dash underline. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Then we'll do it
So,
the
oh wait, there it is.
old-fashioned ways.
Dash. There it is.
Is it?
Stroke.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? Where'd you
yeah.
find it?
I
Ah, this is new.
I went to stroke and then I added little
Okay.
dots
Okay.
and then
Okay.
dash. Then I had to add. Why,
Ah, here we go.
what is that?
Look at this. You're making art.
Wow.
Oh, I think
It's
you've added like a dash stroke to the whole number. uh,
okay.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know how you did that. So you add a stroke, and because now it puts it on the number. How the hell?
Yeah, this
Well,
one.
let's just copy it and see if it works. Okay. Yeah, see, it's not even copying it with that style. Okay, that's
Yeah, I know what we can do. We can just
oh
delete
yeah.
this.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. This will
We're
have to be
on
studied.
page 120.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is nice. And you just update it here and
Just on page 120.
yeah. I think it's easier in HTML. You just like put a dashed underline underneath it. It's native, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
that'll be easy. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah, here we
like I
go.
like the dashed underline as kind of a indicator of inline editing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. We can put it over here as well. So it's like on page 120 and remove the stroke. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, I get what's happening. So it's another stroke that oh okay. It's not that. This- yeah,
Yeah,
here we go.
I
If I
think
do it on page,
the one that's here in this popover, like
yeah,
how do we make it clear that that's like an editable field and not just text? Because yeah, like yeah, oh yeah, like some kind of box or a
stroke to
form.
it. I mean, yeah, well, not the same color as this one, but let's okay.
And we can, like when you click on the 120 here, we can like pop this up
Yeah,
and
if it's a number,
like
yeah,
focus in on the input box and select it so that they just have to type a number.
yeah, yeah. Doesn't it? That's like smooth. It's gonna work really well. And then we can make this so they hit enter and save the progress, and then we show a toast that they update the progress, and then after that time buffer we create an activity.
Yeah, I think that I think that all sounds good. I think having the pages over here seems a little off for me. Like what if this was
Yeah,
like here? I'm not sure if this should go at the end or before. But like almost so it reads as like a sentence.
yeah, maybe we could like even push this here so you just like if this is a number you'd get like the native increment
Mm,
arrows, so we could even remove this so it's just like this, or we could like I wouldn't put it next to the yeah
yeah,
because you can misclick.
I see the concern there.
Yeah. We could just like yeah, it's not clear because if you put it at the end, what does it do? Does it like increase the total number of pages or whatever? We could
Mm.
just like leave it like that and
Yeah,
have the popover.
if people ask for it, we can figure out a way to iterate it back in.
Yeah, I mean, if it focuses it here, you can use the actual keys on the
Oh,
keypad,
that's
and if
true.
you're yeah, and if you're on mobile, you can just type it in. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it'll be
that's gonna
a number input with 1 to 9, and then you can just
yeah,
key it in.
exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't have like incrementing arrows on mobile, do you? No, I don't think. Yeah,
no,
that's not the thing.
yeah.
Yeah, this works.
I
Yeah,
think this is looking good. I think what about for this icon? We change it to is it
regular book.
regular
I
white?
like that.
Uh, was just seeing what the different ones look like.
Yeah, I like the solid style. Uh,
Duotone.
are you thinking about the duotone? Okay.
Go back to, let's see. Mm, could be
Yeah,
either of
like
them.
that works.
And so
Yeah, actually doesn't look too bad. Regular.
so so one thing I was thinking is like, um, for this drop down. So this is kind of like
Yeah,
the last, to me this is like the last big thing to figure out is changing edition.
yeah.
And I guess there's like three three things that come to mind for me for it. The first is changing edition. Like, should we, like, right now we have this option to kind of like toggle between audio and ebook and physical book. Do we want to keep that toggle, or do we just want to have like, just have people select their specific edition this way?
Well, I think like selecting the specific edition would be more in line with what we've heard from people. So they want their edition, but they also want to. So I think this would. Oh no, it wouldn't actually because you're changing the total number of pages. Um, I think having the addition there would be in line with the feedback we got, but on the other hand, I had some trouble like creating this drop down because it could get really complex. So I put the format here. I also put the cover because you're gonna have like different covers, and if you're reading something and you wanna easily identify an edition, you can just look at the cover and maybe this one has a blue cover and you see the number of pages and it's in English and you just select this one. But I'm not sure. I mean, there are books with hundreds of editions, so I was even thinking of a combo box where you could search for your edition, but then again, what would you search for? So I don't know what alternative are you thinking about?
Yeah. So it seems like it needs to be super simple to select, like,
Because
the
here I
reading
didn't even put the
format.
title. I put the pages because the title. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I like not having the title there actually. I'm I'm thinking like, uh yeah, what was that combo box that I shared a link to a while ago? It was like a neat example, but let me try to find it. Um
I don't know if it was the one on your site or no. Wait, I think I might know where it is. Boom, 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 boom.
this one, no.
Okay, it's not here.
Um, Maybe it was just a select option. Let me see. I'm like searching
So I'm just gonna delete the screenshot. Okay.
searching Discord
Um,
and trying to see it.
I think you might have shared it in Figma. It could have been even during the live.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I think I found it. Yeah. Let me try it. This isn't like the uh, exact code I would say we used for this or anything, but it was a example of a combo box that I remember liking. Um, Let me share my screen.
yes. There we go.
Yeah, I think what was interesting about this one was like this category for like, um, having like header sections. So like, audiobook, physical book,
Okay.
ebook, and then these aren't selectable, but these ones are. And then
Yes.
yeah, so that like opt group idea, because I mean this is basically a select box, and it's just, and then if you have a, well, that's the thing for like typing, for filtering, I'm not sure what people would want to type to change it, other than like, the number of pages in their book or something, or
Yeah,
language.
exactly. Yeah, but that's kind of, I mean, you wouldn't know right off the bat what to search for.
Yeah, yeah, maybe not for this actually. I think I think it would work if we had a much smaller number, like a finite number, but we could have a book with 500 editions, and
Yeah,
this
I'm
would be too
thinking like,
much.
yeah, exactly. What if, I mean, if it's not a popover, if we have, like, theoretically had more space to choose, uh, like, the editions, how would it look like? So maybe it's canvas that comes from the side of the screen, or we create maybe even modal that lets you select, like we do it with search, because in search, you have a lot of options. um, I was even thinking to put tabs to select the format. So I mean, this is, I think, a pretty big toggle between the formats. So selecting uh, a format could be something that you do separately, but I'm not sure how that would work. I mean, ideally, you'd have to choose an edition, um,
Yeah,
but
because we're saving an edition for them either way. So there's always going to be some edition set. So yeah, that field actually can't be blank in our database right now. So we're always saying
okay.
which edition you read for every time you read a book.
Yeah. Could this actually change, like, their display edition or their like red edition? So if you choose an edition here, it also changes the cover that you have in the currently reading and for like that read.
That's what I'm thinking. Like if this is the only time you've read that book, then it would do that. Like if it's the second time you've read the book, then we wouldn't change it. But if it's the first time you've read it, then this would be changing that cover also.
Yeah, that sounds good actually, because people mentioned they wanna like set their edition, and if we just allow them to create like a custom page or audio length number, they wouldn't switch to that edition. So our goal would be to have that edition in the system. So if we don't have it, they would just like create a custom one. And I'm
Yeah.
guessing that could also tell us, okay, there's an edition for which we don't have a cover, we don't have like, so they're reading an edition that we don't have in the database.
Yeah. What about something like this where um, it's kind of like what we currently do for dates read in a way, where it's like, I'm just going to copy this from here. It's similar to this, but yeah, with like tabs, and then yeah, and what but what I'm thinking is like it's something like that for choosing the the format, and then it would filter for only those ones, and then at the bottom, or at the, maybe at the t- either at the top or the bottom, or maybe at the bottom, but like anchor to the bottom, there's like a add an addition, and add an addition would create a modal, and the modal would just be
Mm.
a super simple add an addition dialogue, where they could just like, it would just fill it in with a default title. It would keep all the, it wouldn't be trying to get into the nitty gritty of the edition. It would be just about like here's a new edition. It has this many pages, or it's um, this many minutes, and then maybe they can select a cover from like all the other editions, and that would be the cover that it uses, or something like that.
I think that could work. I mean, the only way to simplify it, I'd see, is for them to, yeah, basically input the number of minutes, and then, you know, we kind of take care of the rest. But that doesn't, I mean, creating an edition with a bit more data, and maybe they can even upload the cover if they want, if they're a librarian, or not. But this would signal to us that, there's an edition that we don't have, and after they create it, it wouldn't just be for them, right? Other people could see that edition and choose it from that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah. So once one
that's.
person creates it with like that number of pages, everyone else will start seeing it.
I think that's a good way of assuring we have edition data, which sometimes, everyone's lacking edition data, but this could be like a good way to capture edition data.
Yeah, yeah. It's Yeah, I think if we can make this really easy, we can get a lot of new additions added in a very easy way. We just have to not overwhelm people with that modal form. If we make that modal
Yeah.
form so easy that they want to do it every time they don't see their audiobook here, because that's what happens to me a lot. Like I'll be editing my dates read, I'll go to I'll select an audiobook and it'll say there are no audiobooks that exist for this book. And I'll be like, well, I don't really want to go through the process of adding a new audiobook at that moment, so I usually just forget about it. But if we can make it easy in that moment without them leaving the page, I think that could really work out well.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds great. I was actually trying to see what we could put in there. So it would just be format, number of pages, or like depending on the format, minutes, or it could be like the same component they use over here. And what else? So
Oh,
there's the
this is like the
cover.
modal?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm
Yeah.
just like drafting it over here.
Yeah.
And maybe the language, although sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I think the language would be important. I feel
Yeah.
like that's growing important with the like how diverse our Discord community is getting. There's so many people that like are reading non-English books that I'm kind of amazed, and it's definitely making me think more in terms of multiple languages. And
Okay. Sorry, I think you just cut off there. So,
uh,
yeah.
maybe like title too, and we could default the title to the title of the book. That way, if it's like a title that's
Yes.
specifically in a different language, that
Yeah. Uh, the author name won't change. So, yeah, at least there's that.
yeah.
Let's select this. So it's text default. Oh, this is pretty big. So just like do this, contents,
Let
and
me go to the
yeah, I
edit
mean,
edit edition page
guessing
just to see what other fields are in there, because we don't
this
want
could
we
be,
don't want all of them, but
yeah. Move this. Travis's book. Here we go. Title Iron Widow. Format. Boom, boom, boom. Pages. Well, I'm guessing this could be like a very, very easy. It could have the cover here. How would you choose the cover?
mm-hmm.
Maybe we could just like set the default cover and make output new, or choose, but that would open a different tab.
Yeah, because we can make the
Like this.
cover a drop down potentially, where they like click on a drop down and they see all of the other covers that other editions have, if we wanted to. Because right
Yeah,
now,
that could be pretty long on mobile. I'm thinking, I mean, could we make
whoop,
a
whoop,
thing that
sorry,
where you see the
too big.
covers like in a no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe in a carousel, and you would like get to pick which one.
The I actually tried something with the carousel originally for the covers, but the problem is that there might be hundreds of covers.
Oh, okay. Oh, crap. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Well, I'm guessing for the drop down, that's gonna be a problem as well.
Yeah, but it's easier to scroll through 100 covers than to scroll right through 100 covers.
Uh, so if they don't see their edition here, we can just default it or just make it or upload new or something like that. Or what do you think? Or we could like make them like change it, but for hundreds of covers, yeah, that's gonna be a bit.
and and this is like super small. Like, if are you thinking if this is a popover or like a full out modal, kind of like the search modal?
Yeah, exactly. This would be like a simple modal. You can even close it, and yeah, just be this thing that pops, and you'd like create new condition,
Yeah,
or yeah, create new
yeah. I
edition.
think I think with it being like a little bigger, we could have more room for like if we wanted to do
That's true.
something else like because one thing I was thinking is like, what if um, this part right here is like this. How do we do this? Okay. To chevron down, and it's like in its own little box that's like an addition
Okay.
select box.
Mm, gotcha. Okay.
And and like one of the options in this like pull down is upload a new cover.
Yeah, of course. We can do it like similar to how we do it on the like actual librarian editing screen.
Yeah, it's not the best design, but that's the
Well, we'll make it better in production.
yeah.
Here we go. So we have the format. Let's make, yeah.
And we could even have like something that's like a um, uh, more fields or whatever.
Oh yeah, and you can actually like. Do you think this would? I mean, this is basically the only trouble I see with it is some people creating like a lot of editions or bots creating editions, but
Hmm.
I'm guessing we can limit it to. I mean, maybe.
Maybe you
Well,
can only it'll only work if it's a book you're currently reading,
yeah. Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
that's true. A real person. We can figure it out, if we have that problem at the right time. But yeah, this is this is looking good.
Yeah, I think, yeah, and I think I'm going to use this as an opportunity to change how we store progress as well. Because right now we store progress as a number from 0 to 100 on the on what we call the user book. So it's not a person has a representation of the book in their library, and then they have multiple read throughs. So my hope is that I'm going to change it from having progress on the user book to having pages on the user book read and audio position on the user book read. So it's we won't be setting anything in local storage anymore. It'll all be in the database.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good because we can translate it to all the devices as well. So if you're using the app and the site, it could actually like sync that progress.
Yeah. And I think as part of this, I'll probably also make the first backend work for journals. So like every time you update it, it's creating a new log entry in like a journal for this book. So it says like updated to this page on this date, updated to this page on this date. That way, um, like when we do get to journals, we'll at least start saving that data now.
Nice. Yeah. Well, this seems to unlock like multiple things. I'm very happy that we're finally letting people choose their editions because that's been like feature request, and maybe we can like use the same things when they're setting their editions in their library. So when they want to change that
Mm,
edition in the book page, we could use the same components, and if they don't see that edition, maybe we can use the same thing so you can quickly create a new edition.
yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay, that's perfect, and maybe we can change the same components to be used in the way you update progress through the book button as well, right? So these things we're
Mm,
seeing here, like
kind of
yeah, the
this to this. Yeah, because
yeah,
because yeah, this could be like this could effectively be that screen in the the book drawer when you go to
yeah,
choose edition.
exactly. Yeah, we still have some design to nail on that, but yeah, we're already like we've covered a lot. We didn't even go to stats. I was hoping, yeah, we could. Oh, maybe we can show people some sneak peeks into stats, just like to finish off.
Yeah,
They're
I'll
like
follow you.
over in the. Here we go. Sorry, there's a lot
Oh,
going on. Yeah, so sneak peek into stats.
very
Yes.
cool, very cool.
Yeah, getting there, getting there. I
Yeah, I
mean,
like.
ideally, this would be like snapshots you can take. Oh, you can. I don't think it's sharing the Figma anymore. Wait.
Oh, or I think I'm still sharing it.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I didn't update on my end. Yeah. So the idea is that you can screenshot this on mobile and share it directly on your socials. And I've also, I mean, I wanted to talk to you about how you change the actual time frame. And I did a couple of options, but maybe we can talk about that in the next live,
Yeah,
or like
I think talking about it next time sounds good because yeah, there's a lot we could do here,
yeah.
but this will be
Oh
a
yeah,
tease for it.
definitely. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be like they're gonna be like very very nice right now, and our goal is to make them like so nice. You have an incentive to share them like every month. You have a very nice snapshot that you can share on your socials or wherever you want, or even like keep
Mm.
a journal of the progress. Yeah, it's gonna be really really cool. But next time we've already gone overboard a bit.
But yeah, we were being too productive. Couldn't stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's a lot we covered. Yeah.
for all the progress stuff we talked about today, um, I think like you already have a branch for some of it. Do you want me to jump in and just start working on some of it there? Because I know a lot of this is going to be like the back end changes for some of the
Yeah,
updates.
yeah, definitely. I think I can. Yeah, there's. I think it's book progress update or book progress on GitHub, so we can definitely do that there, and I can jump and update the UI with what we've been doing now, and yeah, uh, people should see it live real soon.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely want to finish this month, and because like in our Discord, we've had a bunch of people mentioning like progress bugs, and so it's important to fix it because I don't like having things broken.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, having the texture predictability, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be neat to change the tracking live as you're reading the book. Right now it's gonna solve like a lot of problems
yeah.
people have been mentioning with the slider, and yeah, the way you do it, so it should be like significantly smoother with these changes.
Cool. Well,
Awesome.
I think I'm gonna go grab some lunch. But yeah, good 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 session.
Yeah, yeah, it was a great session, and yeah, see everybody at next week's hardcover live.
Sounds good. Talk to you later.
Perfect. Have a good one, Adam. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. See ya.